Good morning, Scituate. Today is the first day of August, which is a great and sad day here in Scituate. So I hope you all had a good weekend. It is August 1st, and this is the town update. I'm here with Town Administrator Jim Bedreau, and I'll kick it right over to him to give us his update first.
Hard to believe it's August 1st, but before we get started, don't adjust your sets. There's nothing wrong with Scituate TV. And no, I'm not having a stroke. This is what happens when I go to the beach without a hat on. So I look like a lobster today, but there's nothing wrong with your TVs. Please don't worry about that. We'll start off with our COVID updates. Our Maven data was 14, down from 25 of last week, but our positivity rating actually went up to 8.94%. Plymouth County's at 8.54, which is up slightly from last week's 7.96. Statewide, the positivity rating was down slightly, 8.09, down from 8.17. There were 48 individuals in the ICU, down from last week's 52, and 19 patients were intubated, down from 20. So those numbers are all over the place, up locally, down statewide. Again, COVID is still here. It is still with us. If you haven't been vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you haven't been boosted, get boosted. And those of you who may have underlying health conditions may want to take additional precautions, wearing masks inside or in crowds. So please take precautions. Those numbers have really not dropped lately, so we need to get those numbers down before we get back to the cold weather and get back inside. On the water scene, the reservoir is at minus 35 inches. Last week we were at minus 27.75. Tac Factory Pond's at minus 8 inches. Average daily demand was 1,623,000,000 gallons per day, down from 1.896 of last week. We are currently now having a severe drought, according to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. That's up from last week's significant drought. So the drought continues to worsen. As the drought worsens, as we mentioned, the production in our wells goes down as the water table for our wells recedes. As the well production goes down, we need to use the water treatment plant more. The more we use the water treatment plant, the more we're taking that manganese out of the water in the pond. And that manganese goes through our system because the water treatment plant does not treat for manganese, leading to discolored water going through the system. And that is right now the main source of our discolored water. We are working to try to come up with a fix on the short term, but the long-term fix is to build a new water treatment plant with a treatment for manganese, which we are planning to do, and we'll be discussing at the town meeting on September 19th. The last measurement the water department did for manganese was at 0.33 parts per billion, which is over the state recommended level of 0.3. The water department has sent out a notice to people about this. You should have already received it. If you have not, it is on our Facebook page and on the town website. It is similar to the notification we send out with the TTHM violations, and any information you need will be on that sheet. With the continuing drought, we've had negligible rainfall over the last 7 days. The reservoir is down significantly. Our well production is down significantly. So as of today, we will be implementing a Tier 4 water ban, which is basically no outside watering at all. That is not essential. The details will be on the town website, but that means no washing your vehicles, no washing your boats down at the marinas, no outside watering, basically at all. We have begun fining people. We've issued over 75 fines since our first water ban went into effect. And we will now be even more aggressive in finding people banning this Tier 4 water ban. You know it, you've seen your lawns, we just haven't had the rain, and we need to protect our water supply going forward. So we are now in a Tier 4 water ban situation. Our Selco contractor will be on Old Driftway finishing up some work this week, and on Ridge Hill Road installing a new water main. We will be looking at the submissions this week from the design firms looking to do Pier 44 on the lighthouse. The lighthouse is a complete repair of the lantern room and some filling masonry up there. We'll do that this week, and also Pier 44 to put some sort of park at that location. The plan is to have contracts in front of the Board of Selectmen for our meeting next week to get those projects underway. Sanctuary at Herringbrook will have their affordable housing lottery next Monday, August 8th. The deadline for submitting has passed, but if you've got your application in, please stay tuned for that application lottery next week to determine who will get the affordable units at the sanctuary at Herringbrook. We spoke to our paving contractor today. He has confirmed that he will be in town starting next week on Monday to commence work on some of our paving operations. The start of that project will be on Old Oak and Bucket, Maple Street, and Woodland. Stay tuned. We will have more details for that, but do expect to see them out there next Monday, starting work in preparation for paving those roads. And though it may seem early, we have temperatures on Thursday expected to touch 100 degrees. The humidity's bad, but we are already starting to look for our plow drivers for next year. There is a shortage of plow drivers. We didn't have enough last year, so we're going to start early. If people would like to plow for the town, please contact the DPW. We also have several vacancies in the DPW in both our highways and grounds departments. So people who are looking to maybe work for the town in the highway grounds department, please contact the DPW, send in an application, and we'll process those as quickly as possible for interviews. That's what I have for today. I hope everybody has a nice day. Stay cool. It's going to be a hot week.
Thanks, Jim. That is a lot of information. Thank you for those who are already conserving. Please do your part to preserve our resources so that we have clean and accessible water to drink. We do have a big weekend coming up. It is our annual Heritage Day sponsored by our Chamber of Commerce. You can get all the details because there's so much going on their website and Facebook and Instagram pages. Everything kicks off with the Luminaria and Boat Parade this Friday. And I just want to note that, again, they will be honoring it through those events, our Purple Heart families by using purple luminaria bags, and you're encouraged to put purple lights on your boat to honor those families. Also this week, we have several meetings. Tonight, Conservation meets at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, the Traffic Rules and Regs will meet at 4:30. That's in person only. The DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee meets at 6:30. On Wednesday, we have an Affordable Housing Committee meeting at 3:30. That's also in person. And on Thursday, advisory will be meeting at 7 o'clock, and they are beginning their process of reviewing the warrant articles for the special town meeting that Mr. Boudreau mentioned. It is scheduled for September 19th, so please save the date on your calendar. Without your vote, we cannot have the pure democracy of a town meeting, so please plan on attending. That's it for this week. Stay warm. Stay dry. Please don't use your outside water, and we will see you at Heritage Days this weekend.